Hello everyone, my name is Jay Koteshwara. Today I am going to discuss about design of machine members part 2. Before we are going to discuss about design of machine members, it is better to have a basic knowledge about the design. So let's see what is the design. So design, it is the assumption or maybe imagination process which is used to prepare the good product. Design, it is not only related to mechanical engineering point of view, so it is related to different type of engineering sections. For example, let us consider civil engineering point of view. In case of civil engineering point of view, design of buildings also involved here, and like that in case of software engineering point of view, the design of program also depend upon the design concept. And finally, for the purpose of mechanical engineering point of view, the design of machinery and like the type of process are involved in the design concept. So that's why in case of every type of engineering section, design it is the most important concept. And after that one, what is the aim of the design? The basic aim of the design is to reduce the investment cost of the product and as well as improve the life of the prepared part. So this is about the basic aim of the design. And after that one, design it is not only a study of single subject. So in that point of design, it involve different type of mechanical engineering subjects. So let's see what are they. So that's why design it is not only knowledge of single subject. So let's see what are they. So these are the mechanical engineering subjects are involved in the knowledge of design. So if you have this knowledge, it is easy to gain the concept of the design point of view. So what happened without the design? It means, for example, I would like to prepare this product, this duster I would like to manufacture. So I don't have any design consideration for this product. So due to that one, it doesn't possible to get the good output. I don't know what is the proper shape of this product, and I don't have a proper dimension, and I don't use any type of material. That means I don't know which type of material is suitable for this one. So due to this one, the investment cost will be increased because we are repeated different type of materials are used for that product, and also the manufacturing cost also increased here. So that's why the concept of design it is the most important for the purpose of preparation of any type of product. In the design, some steps are involved. So based on that steps, we get the proper design for any type of product. So let's see what are the steps are involved in the design. So first of all, So the first step involved in the design, aim of the design. So that means which type of product you are going to design. So for what is the purpose? What is the purpose of that product? It is the mandatory. You have a know, you have a knowledge about that aim. It will be helpful to prepare good product. So it is the first step involved in the design, and after that, and next step is study of force. That means in that particular product, so which type of forces are, that means generated at the time of application point of view. It is the mandatory to analysis that forces, which type of forces will be involved in that working in case of application point of view. It is the mandatory. And next one is the third step. The third step is selection of materials. So based on the above two steps, so which type of material is suitable for that product? So it is also important. This is about the third step. And fourth one, study of stresses. So due to the application point of view, which type of stresses will be generated in that particular product. So it is also important when we are going to make any type of design. The analysis of forces also, analysis of stresses also important. And after that one, after completion of the above four steps, a final, it's not only final, it is the important step, a drawing. Based on the above four steps, we are going to make a drawing for the proper dimensions purpose. For the sixth step is production. After completion of proper drawing, it will be sent to the manufacturing unit. Here production will be start based on the given product. That means based on the which type of product you are going to manufacture, based on that production steps involved here. These 6 steps are most important when we are going to design any product. So for example, I will give an example. Here I am going to design this duster. So before we are going to design this duster, it is the mandatory. What is the basic aim of this duster? Why we are prefer this one? For the purpose of rough boards or maybe anything else, whatever. That is the mandatory. Why we are going to prepare this one? By indicates what is the need. What is the need of that particular product? It is the mandatory. And after that one, next one is the study of forces. When we are using this one, which type of forces will be act on that product? That analysis is also important. And this is about the second step. And third one is the selection of material. So for that purpose, for example, I am preferred the duster. For this duster, generally we are prefer the cotton materials. So which type of material is suitable? It is also important. If we are, let us assume I am not prefer cotton, I am using a rubber material. It doesn't give the proper output when we are off the board. When we are using the rubber material, it doesn't give the proper output, especially for the purpose of both way, it is also important where we are using that application. That means the product where we are using, it is also mandatory. So this is about third step. And next one, study of stresses. We know very well, if any type of product using the application point of view, that means it will under the load, the internally some stresses will be generated. That is also important in the design point of view, which type of stresses will be generated inside that part. It is also important, the analysis here. This is about the fourth step. And after that, sixth step means what is the length, what is the length of duster and what is the shape. So which type of shape we are provided for this one, it is important here. And after that, finally, sixth step is the production. In this production point of view, some we know in production point of view different type of operations are will be involved here. Based on that operations, finally the good output will be executed. When we are following these all steps, we get the good output. So these are the most important steps involved in the machine design point of view. So this is about the little bit of introduction about design point of view. And next we are going to discuss about what is the contents involved in the design of machine members part 2. So let's see what are the contents involved in the design of machine members part 2. So these are the contents involved in the design of machine members part 2. So here what we are going to learn, that means what we are going to focus here means, first of all let's see, start with the bearings. Bearings, it is the first concept. So what we are going to learn here, bearings point of view, that means first of all what is the basic function of what is the basic function of bearings, and after that one, where we are prefer the bearings, that means nothing but applications point of view, and finally what is the classification. What is the classification of bearings? These concepts we are going to focus here, and after that one, finally we are going to design the suitable bearing based on the application point of view. This is about the first concept, and second one is the design of engine parts. So we know engine, it is not only single element, it is addition of number of attachments. So that's why in this engine point of view, we are going to focus on only the major parts of design. So here major parts we know cylinder, piston, connecting rod and crankshaft. These are the major parts. Here how we are going to design that each and every part. For that purpose, same, we know each and every part function and how we are preferred. That means what is the application. Here is nothing but application point of view. We discussed about the engine applications point of view, and after that one, design of the engine parts. So this is about the second concept, And third one is the design of beams. So the design of beam. So we are already discussed about concept of beams at the time of learning point, strength of materials. Here we are going to design that type of beams. We know different type of beams are there. We know T section, I section, and also different type of shapes will be involved in the beams. And here additionally one more concept will be involved, that is the design of hook. So design of hook also additionally involved here. So this is about the third concept. And finally fourth one is the power transmission systems. So we know which is used to transmit the power from one to another place. They are called the power transmission systems. In this point of view, we have discussed about the belt drives, and chain drives, and also finally rope drives. So this is about the power transmission system. So here also, which type of classification are there? Or maybe simply says what are the types? What is the classification? So what are the materials? That means material study point of view involved in the design point of view. And based on that power transmission concept, we have solved some practical problems. So this is about the power transmission systems. We know belt drives and chain drives, both are here define the power transmission systems. But what is the difference between belt drives and chain drives means, here one more thing, gear drives also used in the defined as the concept of power transmission point of view. But if you see the difference between these three concepts, they are preferred based on the distance between 2 points. That means the 2 points indicates where we are going to power transmission between the 2 points. That distance based on we have preferred which is the suitable. For example, if you have a this distance, what is the, we know what is the distance between the 2 points, it is easy to prefer which type of power transmission is suitable for that point. So that way these three concepts are called power transmission point of view. And next one, this is about the fourth one, and next one is the gears. We know gear is also one of the power transmission device, but where the small distance, that means it is approximately 1 meter apart point of view, we have prefer the gear drives for the purpose of power transmission concept. And next, here also we know discuss about the two major gears design in case of design point of view. One is the spur gear and another one is the helical gear. But as usual, after completion of theoretical study, and next one we are going to discuss about the design point of view. So this is about the fifth concept. And finally sixth one, mission tool elements. So here in this mission tool elements, majorly in design concept, we are discuss about the levers, and as was same same as usual the same pattern will be followed here. What is the function of lever and what is the classification of levers? These concepts are we are going to focus in the sixth concept. So these are the sixth major concepts we are going to learn from the subject of design of machine members part 2 point of view. And after that one, how to we are going to design these sixth concept. This is about the subject introduction point of view in a design of machine members part 2. So next class I will use the that means I will introduce the design of data book and how we are going to use that one and what is the use of the design data book. We are discussed in the next class. Thank you.